series. So, starting off, the first thing I'd like to talk about that I've watched recently and I finished is a mini-series on Netflix by Harlan Coben, and it is called Missing You. Missing You, Missing You, Missing You. So, it is a mini-series, as I already told you, and it's by Harlan Coben. You probably may have heard of him before. I think he's an author who published books and then they were made into like TV series adaptations. And to this day I've watched several of his productions, like the shows that were made out of his books. And I've loved almost every single one of it so far. And also this one was pretty good. I think basically all of his productions are like thriller series. So they're very dark, twisty, very thrilling to watch, and just you kind of get drawn into the story pretty easily, I would say. I did. And I have my little notes here, so because I don't really remember in detail, but this series follows a woman. I think she's even a detective. She works for the police, and she gets to reconnect with her ex-boyfriend who ghosted her a lot of years ago. So they were together for like such a long time, and then he basically left her out of nowhere. So they were even planning to get married and all of that, and it was very serious, and then he just left one night, and he was like gone forever. So she thought, and then she she downloaded this dating app. Kind of wanted to get back into the whole dating thing. And then there was him. So like there was his profile with his profile picture. She instantly knew it was him. And I think they even matched, so she reached out to him, and she definitely wanted to dig deep into what happened. She wanted to find out why he did what he did to her. She wanted to get answers and all of that, and maybe even see if there's like a chance for them to reconnect and be together again. I don't know, but there's like a lot that happened and had to do with why he left her and all of that. And there's like a side story, and then in the end it turns out like everything is connected in a way, but I don't want to spoil here. So I just remember there were like some major plot twists in this series that kind of caught me off guard, so I really did not see that coming. Some things. Yeah, so a lot of strange things happen. It's very thrilling to watch. It was like a great entertainment for me. Like I said, I love most of Harlan Coben's stories. And also this one, I would say I would rate this 3.5 stars out of 5. So it was definitely a decent watch, and yeah, I can recommend it to you if you like a good thriller. Also doesn't have like too many episodes, but just a decent amount, so you can just watch it in a couple of days maybe. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Next up, I watched another you ask me. But it was like not life-changing or just not that special. It was not outstanding. I kind of was hoping it would be a little bit better, or that I enjoyed it more. I think it was like pretty standard. Maybe not that thrilling or like as much as I was expecting. So I'm rating this one 3 stars. You know, it was enjoyable, but definitely not the best one that I watched recently. Then we had a movie at the cinema. I think we watched it back in February, and it's also pretty popular, or like well known right now, like everywhere. It's called Baby Girl, featuring Nicole Kidman, and it is an erotic thriller which follows a woman who's a little bit older. I think she's in her 50s maybe, and she has got like a very important job. Like I believe she was the CEO of a big company or something. I don't remember exactly, I'm sorry. But she kind of finds herself starting an affair with a young trainee who kind of starts his internship at her company. And it's like the whole thing is, it's about like control, about being controlled, and you know, being told what to do, and also like it's about like female sexuality, about finding out more about yourself, your desires, and that kind of thing. So she basically just discovers what she likes, and yeah, she follows that. But I honestly have to say, when I saw the trailer, I actually expected more from it, so I was really not that impressed. And the movie was also a little bit boring sometimes. Like, it was just, there was a lot of talking in between, or a lot of scenes where they just weren't talking at all. They were actually just, I don't know, it was just very slow and very, yeah, it took a while until something happened that was interesting. on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it there. It is called Subservience, featuring Megan Fox. So that was one of the reasons why we picked this movie. It was kind of interesting to